I'm going to go off camera. I'll be back once we've got all of the ore processing finally wired together, and I'll explain what we've got. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Hypermine Vanilla server. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. What do you find me doing here? Well, I am gathering some nether quartz because that is what's going to be required for the perimeter storage area. Yes, we're going to be doing that. I probably should have gotten a little more netherrack here. But there we go. Okay, that's good. So I'm gathering this, and while I'm gathering this, I figured, you know what? I'll bring you in and we'll have a little chat, shall we? Last time we were together on the Hypermine family of servers, we were over in Modded, and a little voice crack there. It's late in the evening, so I'm kind of losing control of my voice a bit, but we should be fine. So we were over in Modded, and we're working towards clearing out a perimeter over there so that we can, we can try out some designs. What in the world? Whose is this? Well, they left some quartz behind. That's fine. So we're working towards something there, and I was working on, in particular, the ore processing. And well, I got into that, and we got a decent ore processing setup going, and I was playing around with a few concepts, and then I got to editing the thing, and it turns out that that episode was going to end up being something on the order of, about 45 minutes, and we just can't do that. We can't do it. I couldn't bring myself to give you a 45-minute video, so instead what I'm going to do, I cut it out and went a little short on it. Not a little short, but I cut it out and did a little to be continued thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep gathering some nether quartz for the ultimate build. This is what I'm kind of going to be using for the structure. Okay, there's a ghast there. What if we can get him? I want to do this without angering any pigmen. Got him. Get anything out of it? Just some gunpowder. We got plenty of gunpowder at the witch farm, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I am going to keep gathering some nether quartz. This is the material of choice, one of the materials of choice. So I've got a lot of it to gather, and it's not going to gather itself. So I will keep doing that, and I will take you over to the conclusion of the ore processing. Then I'll bring you back and show you a little more progress of what we've gotten done here on this little venture through the nether. A lot of progress has been made, and I'm sorry I did not bring you along for it, but I just got in a mode and went to town. So first things first. Okay, we've got the ore processing over there. Okay, that we'll get to that. Don't you worry. But over here, while I was setting up the ore processing, I came to the realization that for the standard tinker stuff, we're just going to have a separate smeltery. And so I've put that over here in our main storage area. And I've moved some of the other stuff around, you know, our enchanting setup and the bed. And okay, anyway. So we've got that standard smeltery. Just move that over. No problem. This right here is hooked up. I think we should be able to see it. No, we can't see it. But that is a conduit facade. And I've got just an ingot set up. Or ingot cast set up so that if we ever get extra stuff, extra smelted fluids here, we can just send that into an ingot and it goes automatically into our storage system. And over here, not much has changed. I've rearranged the storage drawers a little bit. Not much has changed over here other than I've put a wall I put walls and a roof on top just to give me a little bit of coverage there. And then across the way here, I have put the machines. So this is the machine area. Got a couple of things over here that are new. I wanted to take care of some of the cyberware stuff that was hanging out in my storage system. Gonna break that apart. And then I made an uncrafting grinder to take care of some of the stuff that's just junk. So I don't have a place quite for those yet. We'll figure it out. Over here is the cobble works, and I've got it processing gravel right here. And all of these storage drawers are patched into the refined storage system. So they're available on the network. Over here, I've got these things, are these two sag mills processing the gravel down into sand, but we're backed up even with a couple of emerald upgrades on this. So 106k sand, I think we're good for a little while. And this right here is processing towards some octuple compressed cobblestone. And, oh, I didn't mean to do that. What we've got over here, I'm using some Ender IO conduits and just pulling with filtered. That one's not a good example, but extracting, so quadruple there, double out of this one, right? I think that's how that goes. Yeah, double out of that one. And that's the final one. This one we're extracting. Sextuple compressed. Okay, so that's how that's working. And then into these sag mills, I've got exporters from the refined storage system for flint. So that's all completing the circle, I guess. And we've got the flint coming out of all of these sag mills and going into, or back into the refined storage system. So this was a little bit of a hassle to set up to make sure we had all the channels correct, but got it done. Down here is the actual cobble works. I'm using transfer nodes from extra utilities with the full setup there. Mining, full stack, and then full speed upgrades. So we've got four pieces of cobble, each with 4 transfer nodes on that. So getting a lot of cobble gen out of that. And then I've also put the immersive engineering stuff on here. And that even has a crafter on top of it. You can't see it right here, but we can auto-craft steel if necessary. And this is the advanced, reinforced, or the improved blast furnace. Let me just go show you what we've got up here. So there's the crafter. It's got a steel, so it outputs what? 1 block of iron and 1 block of coal coke. And we get 1 block of steel out of that. So there we go. That's the machine area. Nothing too different here. I've got the resonator that's hooked up to a crafter. So yeah, let's go take a look at the ore processing. We kind of talked about the different pieces here. And so here's how they're finally put together. Instead of coming up with some sort of convoluted filter setup with Ender IO filters and all that, what I've done is I've got all of these. I've got 4 different storage drawer networks, and I've got those set on external storages. They're all patched into the refined storage here. So if we were to look up ore, well, that's actually talking to what's in the refined storage, and anything that comes in from our quarries, which I've set back up, are going to go into here. So this network right here is the tripling network. That's going to go into our Tinker IO. And then this one is the Fortunable. So that's going to go, I decided to go with the block placers. It's going to take a while to get through, but you know what? That's fine. Okay. We can deal with it. And then over here, this is the sag mill. And so what I've got in here, we've got bauxite, and that's it. So bauxite, that's going to give a powder that can be smelted. And so what I've done is I've added a couple of furnaces here to the mix to process the bauxite that comes out of that. And then over here, same thing, but this is for our sag mill. No, not sag mill, the crusher. So everything's going to be exported from here and go into here. And now you're wondering, why in the world is none of this processing? Why is it backing up? Well, I have got something. I found a neat block. We can't get out. Let's try that. Yes. Okay. It's the contact lever. And so I figured out how to use that. You can place that in front of a block, and the way you place it will turn the block into a lever. And so you can right click on that block, and that essentially acts as a lever. So no need for a bud switch or anything like that. We can just click that, and then things start going. Now over here, we do have to set that to requires redstone or always on. And so that's what we're going to do. There we go. These things might benefit from some speed upgrades. We might have some in here. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's get a few out like that. And then that way the destructors won't block the block placer at all. And there we go. Now over here on the, what is it? The Tinker.io. I did manage to find a couple of bugs in Tinker.io when interacting with Ender.io. Initially, this was going to be a smaller footprint, and well, I'm sorry for the framiness. We'll probably have to turn that, you know what, we'll turn that off for now because it's getting kind of framey. And I'll just turn that back on once we're done recording. So I had a smaller footprint, and it turns out that Ender.io conduits can insert into both the output and input side when they're attached to the bottom. So I reported a bug on the Tinker.io bug tracker, and hey, the author of it fixed that real quick. I also pointed out an issue with Ender.io conduits not being able to pull out of the smart output. And so that's fixed as well. But again, you know, it's going to be a little bit before that mod gets updated in this pack, if at all. So what I wanted to do is I just kind of wanted to show you the wiring behind this. I'm not going to go in depth, but we've got each of these storage drawers on different channels, different colored channels. I don't think I can reach under there. I'd have to go down like this just to give you an idea of what's going on there. But underneath each one of these, you can see we're extracting on this channel, and then over here on the crushers we're inserting on the same channel. So there we go. So that's how that's working, in case you were ever wondering about that. Wow. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And so the only thing left for me to do really is to cover everything up over here. Yeah, we'll just cover that up. We're going to use conduit facades to hide all this stuff. Still to do is I need to come up with a better way of lava, so maybe some sort of a pump in the nether. I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out, but it really doesn't take much. Yeah, I've processed a decent amount just testing this thing, and we've only used up a couple of buckets, so I don't know how big of a deal that's going to be, but who knows? Who knows? So anyway, I'm going to finish cleaning this up, but this is it. We've got the ore processing really going here, and yeah, I'm pleased with it. It's not, well, I don't know. We could make it cleaner just by having it all processed in one thing, but you know what? I think it's cool using a bunch of different mods to get the job done. So there we go. We're going to clean all that up and hopefully present a nicer area like so. And do we have any more? Ah, yes. Right there and right there. And then I got to figure out how to do the destructor. I did figure out a little bit. You can use chisel and bits some, but it gets kind of hairy when you're trying to get two covers in the same block. So I don't know how that's going to go. If you got any suggestions on that, feel free to put those in the comment section down below. But I think we are pretty much done. And again, we are getting some major framiness. I'll turn this back on once we are off camera. Do we have any slabs available? No slabs. Alabaster. Let's just do this real quick. Yep, there we go. And slab. And we'll even do that for now. And we should be good to go. I don't think we've got any spawnable spaces in there. But anyway, what do you think? Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas on this ore processing and how the base is coming in general. So do let me know what you think. Well, I am still collecting nether quartz. I'm going to be doing this for a while. With shulker boxes, it's a whole lot easier. You might as well just go out for a little while, bring plenty of food and fire resist potions, and just go ham on picking up nether quartz and various other things here. But what I wanted to do is bring you back real quick. Hopefully you enjoyed that little ore processing setup. but I wasn't quite done. No, I decided, you know what, I could string out these modded episodes and just have a kind of a series going for a little while, but I really don't want to do that because we've got stuff to do, right? We've got some things to do here in Vanilla, and that means we really need to make the most of our time over on modded and not really dilly-dally so much. So I decided to really just open up the overall process, open up the flow of projects, and rather than trying to bring you along for all of them, I just decided to do them. So I'm going to take you on another little tour of things that have changed since the ore processing was done. Hopefully you enjoy what we've gotten done. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have had a lot of progress since the last time. Well, I was meaning for it to be last week, and instead it's just like a few seconds ago. But that's just how the editing process has gone. So anyway, first things first, let's take a look here. I think the cause of some of the kind of lag issues we were getting here on this smeltery were with having two of these outputs right here, the smart outputs running. And so I've just disabled this one, and we've only got that one right there. So the other thing is over here, I figured out how to get the chisels and bits to hide that whole cable underneath. Just made a corner piece and put that on there. We're still getting some Z fighting, it looks like, with the refined storage stuff. So I can't fix that, but maybe that can be or is settled in a later version. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, we're not concerned with what's in here. We're concerned with what's out here. First things first. Yep. I went ahead and built a Woot mob farm. This is the full tier 4, and that means that I can do the Wither mob controller on there. So that's a tier 4. Let's see what else we got. Shulker tier 1. Squid is tier, no, Ghast is tier 2. Squid tier 1. Okay, that makes sense. All is right with the world. Wither skeleton 3. Blaze Guardian. Enderman. Okay, so those are the ones I've got, and I have been running them no problem. And because I've got the Wither one, it means that I have had plenty of time to get enough Wither or Nether stars to do the tier 4. So I've done tier 4 on both the, what is this, the ore miner? Yeah, that's the ore miner. I was getting some emerald there, and the resource miner. And if we look up, oh, I would show you the solar panel, but the dragon or draconic energy storage is in the way. But the tier 4, we got the tier 4 solar panel going as well. So lots of progress, okay? I've also set up a farm over here. I've turned them off now. We've got plenty of stuff sitting in storage now. So I just decided, you know what? We've got to get stuff done over at the perimeter over here. We got to get to where we can actually play around with build ideas. So I can't be taking my time and just doing these one-off projects here and there. So I went ahead and took care of a lot of it. Over here, we've also got the draconic, what is it, the fusion crafting. So with that, I've also gone ahead and made the draconic staff of power. And you can see I've switched out my manual and broadsword for a supremium sword. I've gone ahead and done all of this supremium armor. So lots of upgrades, lots of stuff, lots of progress since the last time we were together. So I just wanted to bring you along for some of that. The next order of business is I want to use the nanobot beacon from environmental. I should know what this is. At environmental tech. Okay, so I want to use this whole thing, but we need to get one more piece of equipment here, and I want to go with the tier 4. So let's go to, not that one, go home, nanobot beacon. We want to go full tier 4 on the controller. Let's take a look at the controller right here. Take a look at the crafting recipe. That's not so bad. Okay, some nether stars. We've got plenty of those. I'll show you in a bit. Tier 3. Okay, not so bad here. Not so. Tier 2 nanobot beacon controls. Okay, that's fine. A couple of tier 1s. Yeah, that's great. Some brewing stands, no problem. But then we get here. Thinking brewing stands, not a problem. Block of gold, no problem. Dragon's breath. We need dragon's breath. So that's what we're going to take care of well, soon. Yeah, we're going to go kill a dragon, hopefully. Let's take a look at some of the recipes that I've got, though. I've already loaded these things up into the crafting store or crafting controllers or crafters over here. So take a look. We got some of the prerequisites sitting in there. And then over here, yeah. So let's go take we'll just do one dragon for now, and then I'll do some more off camera. I've done plenty of them already because, well, we needed a bunch to get the fusion crafters online. Hopefully this isn't going to cause a problem. Dial once. We'll wait for the server to catch up here. There we go. We'll go over to the stronghold. All right. And we'll just pop into here. Okay, we're having a little bit of lag. We probably need a full restart. We've had a few semi-restarts, but we probably need a full one here soon. Or see if we can get some people that aren't active on the server anymore to at least unchunk load their base. Now this is going to be loud. I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. Let's turn down this and this. And we'll go through and we'll just prepare for that. And yeah, there we go. Let's go with the Staff of Power. We'll come over to this one. Oh, see, we're getting some rubber banding. And once she is live, we can take care of that. And we'll just use the shuriken or shurikens to take out the crystals here. No problem. Got kind of a system going on here with these. And one more. There we go. All right. Now I need some dragon's breath. Has she shot any? Oh, it's dissipated already. There we go. Let's come here. All right, let's get rid of that. Hopefully we don't get Ender Air. We got Dragon's Breath. Good. Let's just do this. So it's pretty clear. All right, how about over here? We'll get a lot of Dragon's Breath, hopefully. And then we'll take care of the dragon. So we didn't get too many there. How about over here? We get some Ender Air? Okay, hopefully no Ender Air. Are we getting some? We are getting Ender Air bottles. Not a problem. Or shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, we're getting a couple more Ender Air bottles. And then over here. All right. Dragon's Breath. Okay, not too shabby. What does this stuff do? Can we get rid of that? Oh, that's no good. Hopefully we have enough Dragon's Breath. If not, we'll have to come back here a little bit later. Where did I put this? Okay, here we go. So we are having a little bit of lag. There we go. Okay, I think. Yeah, see that? She's locked up a little bit. And so we'll just hit her with this. Hopefully not get kicked in the middle of this because of causing the server to be too many ticks behind. That has happened sometimes. She usually drops into the center by now. It's a lot easier in modded, I'll tell you that. You know what? I haven't actually taken her on in in vanilla since the updates in 1.9. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay. So she has, yeah, there we go. Now I'm just going to collect this dragon's heart. Actually, it shouldn't be a problem. We'll just go collect all the drops also. Oh, I made him mad. Come on. I wonder where he went. Okay, that should have been working by now. But I got the dragon heart, and it is now nighttime. Let's sleep again. Get rid of that. And then we'll go back to the base. The reason I set my spawn here is because I end up where my bed is at my base does not have enough space around it to actually drop me out on the side. And so I always end up with your bed was missing or obstructed and get set out at spawn. So let's throw the dragon's breath and all of this stuff back in here. Hopefully we can get the nanobot beacon fully crafted. There's the one. There's the tier 4. We just need one. No, just one. Do we have enough? Good. Start. We'll wait for that to craft up. And wait for the lag. And how's this going? It should be close to done. Oh, I see what's happening. We have to make some clear glass, maybe? Nope, it's all done. Let's grab the nanobot beacon controller, and then what we'll do is get an angel block. I should have one of those. Yep, there we go. And let's take a look at our digital guide and see what kind of space we need for this thing. It's the tier 4. We need a height of 6 and overall 11 by 11. So let's grab all of this stuff right here and put this. Maybe we don't quite need the angel block. I do need some dirt or something. Dirt, there we go. We need to go up 6 above something. Maybe we'll put it over here under this farm, and we'll do F3G, make sure we get pretty well in the center. Oh, we're missing a block there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be good enough. We'll see if that is the case. Get rid of the dirt. It's hanging out right there. And then grab our assembler. And it should just assemble up all around. And we'll wait for multi-block structure complete. Let's see how much longer it's got. It's a lot of blocks to place. It's 80 structure blocks and then 60. Okay, so the multi-block is complete. I wonder, you know what I forgot to do is I forgot to get a dimensional transceiver. We got one in here? Yeah. Let's do that. Receive. All right, so we've got all the things here, and I no longer have to eat because I've got saturation, and if I go anywhere else in the world, that should be the case. Wait for a major rubber banding now. Let's go here, go to spawn, dial once, And we should get all of those still resetting. Yes, they are. Excellent. There's still one more I want, and that is water breathing. But you have to have a... let's just take a look. Water breathing modifier. Should be somewhere in here. This one. You have to get some potions of water breathing, which means you need some puffer fish, and I don't have any of those. So we can't quite do that right now. Let's head back to the base and make sure that I have shown you everything. Okay. And I think I have. We've got the ore processing there. We've got the changes around the storage here. I've added some extra, or I've moved some stuff over here. And just to show you, we've got plenty of nether stars, so no problem there. If I ever need any more, then I can always fire up the Woot mob farm. But for now, I'm just leaving it turned off because we don't really need it anymore. Same with the ore miner and the resource miner. Don't need it. Anyway, I'm going to head back to vanilla at this point. I think I've shown you everything. If you've got any questions for how things are put together. Oh, here's the other thing. I did put a design around this, so I've hidden all the cables and everything on the outside. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, let's head back to vanilla. And if you got any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. But I think we're coming along pretty well. Storage, auto crafting, ore processing, good. Mob drops, good. More power, good. I think it's time. I think it's time. So next time we're together here on HyperAntix, we will get that perimeter cleared out. All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed those couple of clips there and have been enjoying the progress so far in HyperAntix. And well, we didn't get much done in the vanilla server today, but you know what? We are making progress, and part of that is that there is a lot of planning for this build. So we're doing that in modded, and we're collecting resources over here. So I figure we'll give you something while I'm doing all the collection. So we are continuing to progress towards the... Oh, there's a blaze up there. And one of these guys. Okay, well, we get a little action as well. Come on. Got him. And still no ghast tier. Anyway. So, we are progressing towards ultimately clearing out a perimeter in modded, just like we've done here in vanilla. But the difference is we're going to be using the builder block to help us with the shapes that we need, and also to get the actual materials list, because it can count those too. And so that's going to let us know how much quartz, how much glass, and all that we need. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to continue gathering these supplies, and I'm going to bid you farewell for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated, and if you haven't done so already, think about subscribing so that you are up to date with everything going on the channel. That's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.